Terra's Luna cryptocurrency has had a torrid time in the wake of its sister currency, the Terra USD stablecoin, becoming depegged, with big question marks over Luna's future after it crashed from $60 to less than 1/200th of a cent in 4 days. After more than 2 weeks of crisis, investors in Luna voted on proposals to create a new blockchain with a new version of Luna. The new coin is to be distributed among holders of the original token, which will be rebranded as Luna Classic and UST. Around 30% of the new coins will go to a pool of investors, 35% will go to pre-collapse Luna holders and 10% will go to people who held UST before the crash. Another 25% will be given to people who held Luna and UST after the crash. Of the pre-crash holders, those with 10,000 or fewer Luna will have 30% unlocked at launch, with the remainder distributed over the course of 2 years. People with more than 1 million pre-crash Luna will have to wait a year before getting their hands on the coins. Although the new blockchain was set to launch on May 27th, that morning the Luna Foundation Guard tweeted that the change would take place at 6 o'clock Universal Time Coordinated on May 28th. Also on May 27th, some websites started referring to Luna as Terra Classic, even though that particular crypto would use a different ticker. When the news broke in the early hours of May 13, 2022 that the Terra blockchain had suspended block production in the wake of the crypto's collapse, it marked a crucial point in the history of cryptocurrencies. Luna had gone from being one of the larger, more prominent, cryptos to a coin for which obituaries were being prepared. While the blockchain later resumed production, the coin had suffered a massive blow and it still looks a very long way from returning to past successes, if it ever gets there at all. One thing that could, potentially, make a difference is the news that, as of May 28, 2022, Luna now operates on a new blockchain, with its former version taken over by the LUNC cryptocurrency. The new Luna is distributed to all current holders and people who held UST, which will move to being collateralized by reserves in an attempt to return it to parity with the dollar. So, does Luna have a future? What will Luna coin be worth in 2025, if anything? Let's take a look at Luna coin price predictions for 2025 in the wake of the depegging and collapse of UST. First, though, we should examine the Luna price history. While past performance cannot ever be an indicator of future results, knowing how the coin has behaved can help us both make and contextualize a Terra coin price prediction for 2025, should the Terra project last that long. When Terra first came onto the open market in July 2019, it was worth around $1.30. This price soon proved to be something of an overvaluation, and within a couple of months it fell below $1, where it stayed until early 2021. As the bulls firmly took over the cryptocurrency market, by the end of January 2021, the coin had topped $1, and it shot to a periodic high of $22.33 on March 21st. While it was soon back down to below $20, Luna was still comfortably above $10 for the next 2 months or so, until the great crypto day crash of May 19 sent it below that benchmark. The coin reached a nadir of $4.55 on June 22, 2021, and it was not until towards the end of July that it broke back through the $10 mark. August saw Luna really hit the heights, though, and it closed at $34.96 on August 28, before the crypto market crash on 7 September saw it fall to an intraday low of $23.07. Recovery started at the end of September when Terra launched its Columbus 5 mainnet upgrade, which allowed it to use interchain assets on other blockchains and permanently destroy burned tokens, rather than send them to a community pool. This turnaround saw Luna reach $49.45 on October 4th, continuing its upward trend to another new peak of $54.77 on November 8, 2021. While most of the cryptocurrency market was shaken over concerns about the COVID-19 Omicron variant, Terra was unaffected by the news, and the coin broke through the $100 mark in late December to reach what was then an all-time high of $103.33 on December 27, 2021. The price fell in January, but while rates of $93.79 on January 3, 2022 and $87.80 on January 15 were pretty respectable, the coin really dropped in the second half of the month and closed January 31, 2022 at $52.34. On February 22, the Luna Foundation Guard raised $1 billion to form a reserve for UST, denominated in Bitcoin. This pushed the price of Luna to $63.99 the next day, before Russia's invasion of Ukraine sent it down to an intraday low of $50.52. The coin made a very quick recovery, though, and it closed the month at $91.14. While there was some upward movement, with Luna topping $100 in late March and early April, the news of China's crypto ban led the market, and Terra, to fall, and it closed April 2022 at $78.34. It recovered to $87.96 on May 4th, but then things fell apart. Constant withdrawals from the Anchor protocol, UST's biggest savings protocol, caused USD to become depegged, creating a crisis for Luna. The price of the crypto fell to $32 by the close of May 9th, and the drop continued to $17.52 just 24 hours later. The next day, May 11, 2022, the coin plunged 95% to an intraday low of $0.8384, before closing the day at $1.07. Any hopes that the recovery plan by Do Kwon, the head of the Luna Foundation Guard and co-founder of Terra Labs, would lead to a quick turnaround were dashed the next day. Luna started trading at $1.07 early on the morning of May 12, but it continued collapsing, plumbing new depths and reaching a new low of $0.004089, closing the day well below the 1 cent mark at $0.004173. Later that Friday afternoon, production resumed, but the coin had already suffered a massive blow. This news, coupled with Binance's announcement that it was to stop trading USD and Luna, was also bad for the price, with another new all-time low coming at $0.00001675 that day. Do Kwon's proposal of a new form of Luna, initially described as a hard fork, before the foundation stepped in to announce that there would be a new blockchain, did not do much to persuade investors, and, by the morning of May 18, the token was worth about $0.001818. Just a week earlier, on the morning of May 12, the coin had a circulation of 2.66 billion out of a total supply of 3.92 billion. It had a market cap of a little under $526 million, making it the 80th largest crypto by that metric. By the afternoon, though, its market cap had fallen to around $45 million, which meant it had dropped nearly 300 places in a few hours to become the 362nd largest crypto. On May 13, according to CoinGecko, its market cap had slumped further, making it the 1,072nd largest crypto. On May 18, the market cap stood at $1.19 billion, while it ranked as the 212th largest crypto. By the next morning, May 19, 2022, the Terra community was voting on proposals to create a new Luna, separate from UST. That did not help the price of the current Luna, which was set to be rebranded as Terra Classic, and it was then trading at around $0.001474. It had a market cap of around $962.5 million, and was the 213th largest crypto. The next day the price had slipped back to around $0.000137, which meant it had a market cap of about $895 million, making it the 214th largest cryptocurrency. Over the weekend, things initially went downhill, with a low of $0.001023 on May 21, but the following day saw a recovery to a high of $0.002165. By the morning of May 23, it was back down to around $0.000187, which gave it a market cap of around $1.2 billion. On the morning of May 24, Luna was worth $0.000165, and it was still there on the morning of May 26. By the morning of May 27, less than 24 hours before the new version of the coin was due to launch, it was worth a little under $0.00013. Incidentally, by this time it was being referred to on some websites as Terra Classic, even though it still was listed with the Luna ticker, ahead of the launch of the new blockchain. This gave it a market cap of around $850 million, making it the 213th largest crypto. On May 28, the new version of Luna launched, reaching heights of $19.53 just after coming out before dropping to lows of $3.63 hours later. There were more, but less extreme, peaks and troughs over the next few days, and on the morning of June 1 it was worth about $7.14, down from $8.55 some 24 hours earlier. Things kept going downhill over the next few days, bottoming out at $4.61 on June 5th, while there was something like the start of a recovery after that, with the coin trading at about $5.11 the next morning. By early on June 8th, though, things had got worse and it was down to an all-time low of $3.34. Things got even worse later that night and a new low of $1.96 was reached shortly before midnight. By 1540 British summertime the following day, it had recovered somewhat to $2.95. While there was further recovery to $3.41 on June 12th, by June 17th things had fallen again and, at around 10:30 British summertime that morning it was worth about $2.23. The following day was even worse, and it reached a new all-time low of $1.66. By June 24th, it was back up slightly to trade at around $1.95. At that time, it had a market cap of about $241 million, with 124.6 million Luna in circulation out of a total supply of a little over 1 billion. This meant that it was the 228th largest crypto by that metric. For what it is worth, Luna Classic, the original version of the Terra cryptocurrency, now renamed Terra Luna Classic, was worth about $0.0000588. With a market cap of around just under $385 million, it was the 216th largest crypto. For comparison, in March, Luna was the 7th largest cryptocurrency by market capitalization. So, what will the Luna coin be worth in 2025? Bear in mind that cryptocurrencies are highly volatile, and forecasts can very often be wrong. We also need to point out that longer-term crypto predictions are generally made using an algorithm, which can change at any moment, especially at a time when Luna is effectively a new crypto, showing the sort of volatility that we can expect from a new coin. Gov Capital had seemed, since the start of the collapse, to have given up on Luna. The site did not make a firm price prediction for the coin in 2025 at all for more than a week. However, by the end of May it appeared to be confident enough to give predictions. On June 24th, it said Luna would have made a significant comeback by 2025, starting the year at just under $341.10, before reaching about $390.65 on June 24th. The year-end figure for the coin would, should the prediction hold true, be about $527.82. Other predictors are less optimistic. The LUNC forecast sees the coin start the year at about $1.44, before it ends up trading at $1.41 at the end of the year. PricePrediction.net is a little more upbeat. Its Luna coin price prediction for 2025 says the coin should start the year at $6.34 and then move up month by month, reaching $7.21 in June and closing the year at $8.61. Finally, Coin Price Forecast suggests that, after starting the year at $2.92, Terra can go to $3.45 by the end of the year.